let's use Gen Recolor and bring it to life.
Hello and welcome back. Sorry, I had a little issue with my computer. Um and now my second camera isn't on. Let's see. Source properties. Apparently nothing wants to work today. Is it on? Oh, there's that one. Come on, go off light. It's on because the light is changing. But it's not. That's that one. Let's see. I think they got mixed up. Okay, let me change this one. There we go. Then I can change this one. Okay, woohoo, I figured it out. I don't know what happened that it decided to do that. Anyway, make sure this one's down far enough. Welcome back. Sorry for the trouble. Oh, and I'm 2 different colors. That's weird. Maybe it's just the light hitting it different. I don't know anymore. But welcome back. This is our 3rd part to the Harry Potter Gringott Spank set. We have Hermione as Bellatrix, Ron as Dragmore Despart. You take take this hair off, switch his head, put the other hair on. He becomes Ron. Oh, and we have a Gringott's Goblin. This one has a name. He is Griphook. Sorry. I'm not very organized, it seems. And then, of course, we have Harry in the mine car. And then we finished the vaults last time. So here's what that kind of looks like. It's got Harry's vault, her vault, and Bellatrix's family vault, and then of course the Hogwarts vault that is holding or has the Philosopher's Stone in it. Jesus, I can't talk today. I'm just gonna kind of plop these on wherever I can. That one's not gonna sit very well there. Let's switch her and the goblin. I'd put Hermione as Bellatrix by her family vault, but there's no like Lego pieces where you could like connect them to. It's just the smooth Lego pieces, so she would fall off relatively quickly. We'll put him up there, and then we just have the extra hair for Ron and Hermione. So we are going to start on bag 11 today. Make sure I have my stickers all ready. And bags 11 and 12 are the dragon that'll sit on top. I switched my stream to today from tomorrow, because tomorrow I have to adult to go grocery shopping and such. I'm really loving how this is turning out so far. And I know I'm starting a little late for my usual noon because I couldn't get my computer to work. It was on, but I couldn't get the monitor to display. So, but my husband thinks he knows what's wrong, so he'll fix that later tonight, or at least before my next stream. Okay. So, oh, it's so weird how it's 2 different colors. And I made sure that it logged me into the chat so I can respond to you guys when you talk. We have some kind of music like we had last time going. I don't know why I poured this on here instead of in this bin. I am out of sorts today. If I'm not loud enough or if the music's too loud, let me know and I will try to adjust. we're gonna start right in on the dragon, and I don't know if he has a name. It doesn't say, and I can't remember from the movies. But let's see where we get to today. I did see that the Alpine Lodge, which is this year's like holiday build, in the past it's been like Santa's house and the elf house with the 3 bunks and stuff like that. I did see that it released, and it is definitely on my to get list, and it's not too bad price wise. And also they had, I don't know, re-released, or I don't want to say re-released, but restocked a couple that were from previous years. Hi, Danny Fandoms. How are you doing today? Let's see. Shout out at... Sorry, trying to use my keyboard. There we go. I'm a little late starting to... It didn't do the exclamation. There we go. I will figure this out yet today. I'm a little disorganized. My computer didn't want to start. Well, it was on. The monitor didn't want to display. So I had to figure out what was going on with that. And I got that to work, and then my camera where it shows my face was in the center instead of the small one in the corner, so I had to rearrange that. So today has not started out the smoothest, but I really just started. But I was saying that they have, I don't want to say re-released, but restocked or whatever, a couple sets they've had in the past for Christmases. There's a fire station, like a Christmas fire station, and there's another one, but I forget what the set is called. And those have definitely been on my list to pick up for December builds. What did you get for lunch? I just ate it at home. I had grapes and tuna and a cheese stick. I basically had a kindergartner's lunch. We are working on the dragon right now. Ooh, Chick-fil-A. They are almost done building one, like 5 minutes from my house. Right now, the closest one is about, I don't know, like 30 minutes away. 30 to 40, depending on the direction you go and what time of day it is. Okay, sticker number 26. Not you. I love Chick-fil-A. Oh, there we go. 26. And then this one is 25, of course, because it's just the opposite side of the head. I'm going to put it on first so I get this. Aloha! Welcome in. Thank you for joining us today. I keep worrying I'm going to put this on wrong. I'm working on the dragon for Gringott. And I was a little late getting started today, so Nobody's missed very much. And you stream too, right, Aloha? I'm trying to remember who streams so that I can give you guys shout outs when you pop in. That is my I guess worst habit right now. I remember to check up and look up for comments and to continue talking even when I get in a group, but I horrible at remembering who streams and to do shout outs. It has rained like most of yesterday here and most of today. It has stopped for now, but it has definitely dropped the temperature, which I'm not going to complain about because it was still in the 90s here most days. And I've added a little background music to the stream. Hopefully that's playing all right for you guys. I pressed enter. You're supposed to give Danny a shout out. Okay, stickers, you keep getting in the way. I'm just gonna move you. There we go. Yeah, until literally 2 days ago, it was still mid 90s here. But it's the South, so it could be worse. It could be 114 still, so I suppose I have to take the temperature decreases where I can. I'm in Arkansas, so it's still, I mean, the rain we've had has really brought it down, but that's no guarantee that it won't go right back up as soon as the rain is done in the next day or so. I was like, I can't properly appreciate fall weather and bonfires and sweatshirts if it's still 94 degrees. I need you to please go down and stay down. But this is, we recently moved back just in June. And so we have not, and every other place we've lived in the last 12 years has not been this hot. We lived in Omaha, Nebraska, not very warm in the same sense as here. I mean, it does get hot, but it does not stay hot like it does here. And then we lived in Virginia and North Dakota. So it is taking some definite adjustments to get used to the fact that like 40 is cold here, not the beginning of cold. Like that's probably as low as it gets most of the time. Yeah. We've gone a little bit of everywhere, but we're here for now. I tease my husband all the time, at least until the kids are done with high school, and then we can leave again. Come on. Squish on. I think I may have skipped a step. I did. That's alright. It's an easy step to fix. But when I get the dragon done, I will show you the base of Gringotts, which I finished last time. I'm trying to I don't want to say draw it out, but not build it like crazy fast. So I'm kind of limiting myself to about 5 bags a stream. But that still takes me roughly 3 hours, so I still stay on a good amount of time. It's not a short stream. And then it'll give me time to stock up on Legos for afterward. I know Target has some on sale this week, and along with the sale, it's like if you spend, it's only certain sets. It's always only certain sets. But certain sets, it doesn't have to be like one set. They can total up to it, but if you spend $50 on selected Legos, you get a $10 gift card. So while I'm out adulting tomorrow, I might take advantage of that. I'm at that weird part in the book where it doesn't want to lay one way or the other. Our chains go in for the dragon. Right now, I only stream me building Legos because in fact, this is only like my 3rd stream with my new computer. I was on my laptop, and I don't know, I couldn't. It's an old laptop, but it's still trucking. It's still a good one. Just not for like streaming while gaming, you know. So I have added a couple games to my like Steam wish list that I might eventually play on stream, but for now I just stream me building Legos. Ooh, what Pokemon came up? Croagunk? I probably totally butchered that, but that pronunciation. But let's see if we can catch it. Ooh, I forgot to start my text to speech. Let me pull that up real quick. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. I brought it up and then I was like, I'll wait till my chat starts to turn it on, and then I completely forgot about it. Oh, no one caught it. Rigged. I've not played the Walking Dead game or anything like that, and I only watched a couple seasons of it. I wanted to like it, but I felt like it took forever to get past the first season and really get into it. And then again, I felt like I don't know, I just couldn't keep into it. Okay. That piece looks so weird. Oh, there it is. Not where I thought it was. Okay. One leg of the dragon. Then we're gonna. This is the dragon so far. Now we're gonna make another one of these for the other side. And when I got my new computer all set up, I also switched from Twitch streaming to the OBS. So I'm still getting used to that. I think I'm doing pretty good though. I figured it out pretty fast. It's just sometimes I have to stop and think about how to fix things. Okay. One of you. Does anybody have any fun things planned for this weekend? We have some housework to do, wash sheets and stuff like that. Oh, it says there's a ad's gonna start in about a minute.
4 out of 5 customers can find a quality plan for $10 or less per month
Okay.
with financial help. Enroll in a plan today.
Second leg.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Okay, so that's how he looks now. This is the head and then the back legs. Use this to get that bar all the way through. Oh, duh. Another chain. Okay, it says ads should be over in 30 seconds. Um, if you're a subscriber, you shouldn't have ads. That's cute. It's kind of like the foot claws. Yep. Okay. Hold it like this. Welcome back from the ad break. I try not to do too much while it's on ad break, but it made like a foot. Okay, why aren't you going through? There we go. Making another foot. I imagine it's tough because you've got to really pay attention or else you wind up dead. I have tried to read while I watch someone stream, and inevitably I wind up stopping because I get so engrossed in what they're doing that I'm like, okay, I keep losing my place on the page. Just give up. Family photos can be fun. Depends on how much your family cooperates. We haven't had family photos done in a while. Okay. Done with that bag. On to bag 12 we go. And I'm guessing wing coverings are in this box. Yep. Little pieces of fabric that will go over the skeletal part of the wings. Set those up here. Make sure there's nothing else in the box. Put that in there. Ooh, there's hardly anything in this bag. Yeah, I have like, wash sheets on the schedule and stuff like that. But it's also our local zoo that we belong to's Appreciation Day. So we might go to that for a little bit. They're supposed to have like special things for zoo members, like more. They have a cutesy little name for them, but basically like where they feed the animals and they tell you about them. And then they're supposed to have like cheaper souvenirs, stuff like that. More. Yeah, school pictures are. My kids in the past, this year was the most expensive they've ever been. This new school district we moved into, normally it's like $40 and you get, or like $20, and you get like two 8x10s, because I just order the 8x10s because we just basically give one cup, one for us and one to my mother-in-law, and that's really all the people who want, school pictures of my kids. And But this school district we moved into, it was $36 to get two digital 8x10s with two different like backgrounds, like your standard blue, and then they could pick one other, and it had like their grade and the year on it. But they teamed up with Life Touch teamed up with Shutterfly, and I have never paid so much money for school pictures to get so little. I was amazed at how much they cost. Because it was like $17 for one 8x10. We don't really send out Christmas cards either, so but if you do them every year, you probably have the process down pat. So that probably helps. Hi, Devonverse. Good. How are you doing? We're working on the dragon for Gringotts right now. I meant to show what the build looked like in between. Let it go. Let it go. Have you heard the "Do you want to build a Batman" song? Or for instead of "Do you want to build a snowman," it's "Do you want to kill the Batman?" There's a little video for it too. It's hilarious. It's like Harley Quinn at the Joker's like jail cell door going, "Do you want to kill the Batman? It doesn't have to be the Batman." Okay, we're gonna build a tail. For the dragon here. You can also print some. Wow. I mean, that's still a better deal. I feel like we got totally gypped. And like Life Touch does all like I remember growing up and Life Touch was always like the company they used. But in the past with my kids at other school districts as we've moved, they haven't used Life Touch. They've used all kinds of, like local photographers, they've used other things, but this is the first time we've seen it where they've teamed up with Shutterfly, and the price was just crazy. Like for the amount you got. It was basically the same price to get the two digital prints as it was to order just two. Okay, I will tell you a nerd joke in just a second. To buy the two digital prints as it was to buy just two 8x10s, and then the package had like an astronomical amount of things that were nothing. It was like one 8x10, two 5x7s, and then like 18 2x4s. And I'm like, I don't know 18 people to give my kid's school photo to. Woohoo, I caught the Pokemon. Okay, nerd joke for Devin. I gotta go to my other. I didn't memorize all of them. Let's find a good one. There was a good one I found the other day. Now I gotta find it again. Oh, this one isn't it, but it's funny too. Oh, it must have been on a different site I looked at. But it says that's kind of the same as the one I told the other day. An infectious disease walks into a bar. The barman says, "We don't serve your type here." The disease says, "Well, you're not a very good host." I had a better one of them up. Yeah, like it. I would rather be able to get the digital file and like take it to CVS and just print out what I need. And hopefully, because I could download the digital file, that I can do that. I just haven't got around to it. Mainly because my kids are in two different schools. So I have one in ninth grade, and here the ninth graders are all in a building all by themselves called the Freshman Academy. And then my son is in the junior high because he's in seventh grade. So one had pictures one day, and then one had pictures about, a week and a half, 2 weeks later. And I don't want to go twice. So I'm waiting to get his back. Then I can just, put in for them to be printed once versus one and then one. Because chances are I will forget about the second one if I do just the first one. Okay, Devin Verse, what's your joke? I was scrambling today because my computer didn't want to cooperate, and then I wanted to not be too far behind schedule. And I didn't bookmark them like I normally would have done when I found them last time, which is my fault. Normally I bookmark things because I'm crazy about forgetting where I found them. Okay, you're empty. Put you back in there. Head and jaw. What do snails like to eat? I don't know. Ooh, his mouth clicks. Open and close. I thought it would be like a smooth transaction, but it's not. Fast food. I figured they'd want slow food because they're so slow. But yes, I agree that a lot of the photography for school photos hasn't really evolved since I was in school like 20 years ago. It is still the same kind of deal, but parents no longer really want that. They prefer digital photos. Got the dragon's head. There's no skipped a step again. This bag, or yeah, I guess bag 12, and its corresponding bags didn't have very much in the way in the big bag of pieces, but there were tons of tiny pieces in those kind of smaller baby bags. Okay, and it has a little titty bit about the dragon. It says the first dragon made for Lego Harry Potter was Norbert in the Hagrid's Hut set in 2001. So, like 22 years ago. That was quite a long time ago. I'm going to get the pieces out for the next couple steps because it's only like one piece per step. Then this next step is more than just one piece, so I gotta collect them all. And of course we're going to make 2, which makes sense because we collected 2 of every piece. So let's see. Oh my god! Wow! Hello, everyone! Welcome in! Thank you for the raid, Zach. That's fantastic. Oh, I just met my follower goal. Thank you guys so much. Hello, and welcome everyone in. We are working on Gringott's Bank. Welcome in, welcome in. What were you working on, Zach? I don't have a raid thing set up. I'm sorry. I have to get one of those done up. I haven't done that yet. Ooh, my husband got that one. He hasn't started it yet, though. Did you like it? It looked like a fun, interesting build. It was a fast build. I'm trying to convince my husband that he should stream his builds as well, because he used to stream video games, and he needed a new graphics card, which he got, but he hasn't got to put it in his computer yet. So he hasn't streamed in a bit, but I was trying to get him to stream his Legos as well. I do have Diagon Alley as well. Um, I'm not sure how I'm going to display it yet. My Gringotts is I have like the big plastic shelving, and it's kind of angled in front of each other, so you can kind of see the whole set. Because I don't really have room right now. I need to put up shelves so that I can like spread it out side by side. Uh, to do it that way, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do that with like if I put shelving up, if I'm going to attach Gringotts to it in the middle. I have seen it set up several different ways, and all of them were good. Like, however you find a way to display it and enjoy it is good with me. I love seeing all the different ways people have displayed it. But I'm not sure how I'm going to display it yet. I am a little nervous about moving it. Okay, this piece. Well, welcome in everybody. This is what I have done of the dragon so far. This is the dragon that will sit on top of the bank. And then when I finish the dragon, I'll move the vaults in and show you guys what they look like, because I finished those last stream. It took about 10 bags to do the vaults on the bottom, and then there's 2 bags. I'm on the second set of bags for the dragon, and then the other bags will be for the top half, like the bank part. There were 31 numbered bags in the set and 1 unnumbered set, and I've done 11 bags and I'm on the 12th, and I've done the unmarked bag too. It was the track pieces that carry the minecart thing down and around, and then like the wheels for the minecart. Sorry. I'm gonna have to take this phone call real quick. I'll be right back. Hello? Can you hear me? Okay, I missed it. I didn't get to accept it in time. But just let me know if you guys can hear me, because my headphones aren't saying mute off like they normally do. Hi, Cass Princess. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. Let's see. I'm so happy they're working for you too. I can't believe it took me so long to realize what wasn't working. I wasn't thinking about as I was reading. Like, how you read something and sometimes your brain just doesn't absorb part of it. I kept reading it, but I kept like glossing over the fact that it was like does not work in Firefox. and then I just kept trying to use Firefox. Yeah, so I don't know, my brain just wasn't computing that part. Woohoo, I caught another Pokemon. Maybe my bad luck streak has ended. Okay. Oh, underneath. Let's see. Okay, they left a voicemail. I'm not too worried about it. It wasn't my kid's school, so. Or at least I hope it wasn't. And just on a different phone number. Okay. Oh, it's in there. Okay. This piece. How is everyone doing? Have any fun plans for the weekend? Any of the new people who have raided in? And again, thank you so much for the raid. I know I stream at kind of like a different time. Well, most people are still at work. So thank you for everyone who has popped in. Okay, it gives us an idea of what it should look like. Okay, here's one wing of the dragon. Okay, now we're going to put one of the pieces of cloth over that. Here. And there. Oh, eat sugar. Okay, let me finish getting this on and I will do that, Danny. Doot. Doot. Okay. Thank you for raiding in and staying for a little bit. You guys, sugar waits for no man, woman, or dragon. Hopefully you'll pop in again, Hagar, and you have a lovely day. We got greens and reds. You have a lovely day. Okay, and this, that did not do like it was supposed to do. It shows that in theory, I say in theory because I don't know. It looks like it's supposed to be able to close up, but I don't see how. Unless they wanted that slightly different. They did want that slightly different. Sorry. Those of you who stream, let me know. I try to give a shout out to fellow streamers. I know Kaz doesn't. I gotta give her a shout out. But I also try to come in and see your streams. Okay. Now let's try that again. Ah, there we go. I got it to work. So the wing folds up and then stretches back out. That's pretty cool. So let me give Kaz a shout out. And Zach for rating in. This is the part I'm still bad at, is remembering to give people shout outs. There we go. Did you see my trash can fire? I only have space for one animated emote, and the set I bought, all my emotes came static and an animated version. But I only had room for one animated emote, so I put the trash can fire, because who wouldn't love an animated trash can fire? Okay. I did that. I closed up. Oh, okay. And we have another little fun tidbit here on the side. It says the Ukrainian iron belly dragon's wings can fold when it's not flying around your house. Okay, so then we take it and that's fold its legs down and then put its wing on. Let me get a better grip on that. So the wing. Welcome, Crazy. So that wing can fold in then. And then fold back out. I have the Hungarian horntail dragon, as well as fox and hedgehog too, that their arms move when you crank the handle. I like those. I like that they have a motion to them. They're not just static. Okay, there's only a couple pieces left in this bin, so I'm going to dump that out and dump these smaller pieces in here where it's easier to sort through them. And then put those over there out of the way. Okay, so this. But yes, if you're new and you came in with Zach, welcome one last time. And if you're a streamer, let me know so I can give you a shout out. Tell me what you stream. I like to see what other people are doing too. Zach, if you have to raid and run, I completely understand. You do what you gotta do. Try not to lose the pieces or throw them. I've caught 2 Pokemon today. Crazy. So maybe we just have to wait it out and your luck will eventually come back. It keeps you hooked just long enough though, so you get like super excited. Then it lets you catch one or a couple, and then it's right back. Okay. So. One on there. Then one on there. Okay. Oh, cool. Can you hear my voice? I messed with my headphones earlier. Now I'm worried that I like somehow shut the audio, that you guys are just reading the text but not hearing me. Okay. Just making sure, because when I went to unmute them, it didn't normally do the little read off it normally does where it says audio on. Okay. Yeah. So we are currently building the second wing, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I remember which parts I messed up the first time and how to fix them. I think sometimes the way they picture it in the instructions, that it doesn't get like moved, and so then when you attach things, the visual is different than the actual, or they change the visual but they don't tell you. A Puccina. Oh, yes. And remember, if you do play the Pokemon game, don't forget to do your Poke Daily. So make sure it did that. Yep. This was one of the the things that was slightly off in the picture. In the picture, they show they want this piece like this, up and down. But in order to close the wing, it has to be side to side. So it's weird how sometimes they'll make it look one way in the original, but then when you get to the next step, all of a sudden they're like, nope, it should be like this. Okay, these last two, and then let's get this wing fabric on. Oh, Pachina escaped. No one caught him or her, whichever it's going to be called. Okay, once again, this can close up. Let's get a hold of this. There we go. So here is the dragon, and it shows that people can hold on to these, so you could put Ron, Harry, and Hermione on here like they were flying away. It says attach Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, and Hermione Granger minifigures to the dragon's back and help them escape from Gringott. So you could put I just barely touched. Never saw it come up. It did come up. It's weird though, I think sometimes. Trying to move Harry's arm and it just keeps moving the whole thing. But you could put the trio on the dragon to fly away if you wanted. So that is the end of book 2, but not the end of our stream today. I'm going to take only 2 extra pieces left over and put them in the thing. And then stick that down there. And then grab book 3. So we did the dragon so far today. And I attached them. And I'll move this over here so that I give myself some room. Here are the velts we did. I finished last time. It's hard to get a good thing of them all on one camera, but you can see. Let me see if I can light it up a little bit better. Come on. There we go. A little bit, not entirely, but this slides down so smooth. And you can either let out the little ending and beginning and just slide it back on, or you can just push it back up. Either way works. But it is definitely a smooth ride down. So, we're on book 3. Book 3 is bags 13 through 17 and 18 through 22. And it's the beginning of the bank. So we'll need our big giant board along with bag 13. No buddy bag with 13. but there is 2 minifigures. Another Harry and a Hagrid. Open this bag a little better. Find everybody's body parts. Oh, there's Harry's legs. Let me get these. I'll turn that back off, that light back off. There we go. No wand for Harry this time, just a coin and then an umbrella for Hagrid. I love the Hagrid minifigures. They're so big. I think it's like the biggest minifigure I've ever seen. He does not have a double face. He just has the one face on one side. And then, of course, instead of a wand, he always has his umbrella. So here's the Hagrid minifigure. And Harry has the double face. And then a gold coin. Right? I get that in comparison to the kids, he's always going to be bigger. But like, he doesn't have like a typical torso and legs like other minifigures. It's like this big, still kind of big, tall guy. Okay, I don't know if anybody else builds like the buildings. They always have this kind of, and then it's always the perimeter and like cobblestone type stuff. Oh, and my cup today, I forgot to say it when I don't know if anybody redeemed drink yet, but it says, "You inspire my inner serial killer." A friend of mine made the cup. She was testing out the design, and so she just gave it to me because she knows I love murdery kind of things. Bear with me while I find all the pieces. There are a ton for this step. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I get self-conscious with the counting, so I try to count underneath my breath. I love murdery things. I love serial killers. You know how they always have those jokes like, you want to test her patience when she listens to true crime murder before bed and murder serial killer documentaries? That's me. I have seen them all multiple times. And my favorite serial killer is Jack the Ripper. And I have gotten burned several times where I've gone to read a book because it said, like, involves Jack the Ripper, or not necessarily based on Jack the Ripper, but then you read it and he's mentioned like twice, and I'm like, I know this book is supposed to be fiction and I'm okay with that, but you lied. He's not in this book. you just vaguely reference him. And I'm irritated because you used that to sell books and then you didn't even deliver on your promise. Okay, yep. I will be the first to admit I probably have an unhealthy obsession with serial killers. I love reading like all the info they find out about them later, and I watched the thing as they airlifted Dahmer's like 1200 foot little cabin in the woods out when they found out he was the mail bomber and making his stuff there. And I've watched that documentary more than once. There's a really good show on Netflix. It's a fictional, but it's based on the FBI. It's called Mindhunter, like MIND Hunter, about how they started the BAU and how they started tracking serial killers and like developing that part of the FBI. So the fictional characters, like it's a fictional show, but a lot of what they talk about is true. About how in the beginning they were interviewing Manson and all those type of people to figure out how. So in the show they interview fictional versions of them, but it is still very based on true things. And they even use like digital recordings of the real interviews that the FBI conducted. I just want to understand why they want to murder. Like what makes their brain different to murder? And they say that the only difference between a sociopath and a psychopath is that one of them has killed and one has not. They both think about it, but only one of them has actually committed murder. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm just interested. It's very interesting to me. I know it doesn't make sense and that it's kind of dangerous. Weird obsession to have. A Heracross. I'm not even sure I've heard of that Pokemon before. Pokecatch. Hi, Carrot! Welcome in! I give Carrot a shout out. Look at me, trying to be on top of it today. Oh, you don't own that ball, crazy. Would you guys watching prefer me to have like the digital instructions on the book so you could follow, or on the screen so you could follow along, or does it not bother you one way or the other? No preference? You're out of balls. Okay, on your phone, up near the top, there should be a little Pokeball. You can click on it and it'll bring up the little program, and then you can click the backpack and buy more balls. If that didn't make sense, I can bring up my phone and show you. You caught it. You and Carrot. Hey, Carrot, you finally caught something. It's not rigged. I caught 2 things today, so I think our luck is just maybe coming back around. How is packing going, Carrot? Packing is my least favorite part. I will unpack with no troubles, but packing is not my favorite part. Well, sometimes you have to use a better ball. I try to remember to do your Pokey daily. Maybe you'll get more balls that way. This is always the least interesting part of building a modular building, is like the first, I don't know, 10 steps is usually doing this kind of outside sidewalky foundation work. I like it, but I'm not sure how entertaining it is for you guys. Does anybody, or is anybody exciting about any sets that are releasing soon? You have one that you definitely want to get your hands on? Crazy. Zach said when he rated in that he was working on the Concorde and that he really liked it, and it was a fast build. There's a Viking village set coming out soon that looks nice, and the holiday one got released, the Ski Lodge, I think it's called. And it looks like they have some of the other holiday ones back in stock. Or maybe I just thought they were out of stock, so I stopped looking for them. That is plausible. Says ads are going to be in about 15 seconds. If you're a subscriber, you shouldn't have ads. So it won't really apply to you, but for everyone else, they're coming. Yeah, it's I think a great price point for the size of the set. At least looking at it, it looks like it's going to be really nice. It's definitely on my to grab list. And I like the ski lodge looks pretty nice too for its price point. Um I have the what was it? Santa's house, the blue one, and I have the triple elf bunkhouse as far as like holiday ones go, but they have it looks like they have the holiday fire department again, and I liked that set before, so I'm probably gonna try to grab it to build during December. But yeah, that Viking one, it definitely looks nice. Oh, I got all my inflatable Halloween decorations put up, but I didn't get to take a picture. And it was rainy last night, so I didn't go out to take a picture. I probably should have waited, but I couldn't. I was so excited when the set came out, and I've already built Hocus Pocus, but I probably should have saved it for this month, for Halloween. But I was too excited when it came. I didn't. I couldn't wait. I had to build it. Okay, now we're gonna do like cobblestones. These are always kind of interesting to do because I worry about putting a piece in the wrong place. Okay, that's right so far. I did it without messing up. Yeah, for me, it's definitely my least favorite. I always feel like I don't know what I should put in the box with other things. You know, like where to start in a room and all that kind of stuff. Oh, so you've got over a month yet, so that's good. It'll give you plenty of time to work through room by room without feeling rushed. Um, but I always like feel like I don't know where to start in a room. Luckily for us, except for not this last move, but the move before, yeah. Um, we've had they were military moves, so somebody came in and packed for us. Now, the time before last, our second to last move, they kept messing around, so we couldn't we didn't have actual like hard copy paper orders in hand till like the last minute, so we couldn't get a mover. We had a friends helped us pack, and we essentially rented one of those trucks where you have like 20 feet of space, and we did it like that. But that was definitely an interesting move. But I always feel like I don't know where to start in the room. So, are you going to build any more sets before you move, or are you just going to play games while you stream? I know it's hard deciding like when you're gonna like make that choice. Like okay, none after today till I'm set up again. And if asking is intrusive, just tell me to shut up. Okay, that is it for bag. Well, I mean, some people find it intrusive to keep asking questions, and I never know. Like in a situation like this where it's hard to see, you don't see the person, so you're like, I can't read your facial cues to know when you're getting annoyed. We are on to bag 14, and bag 14 is a small bag too. Right, like it's hard to make that decision when like, okay, I'm not gonna build after this so that I'm not having more to pack and move. Nicholas said, or Crazy said, the pirate ship, the Viking village, passenger airplane, Alpine Lodge, Pagonia Utopia. I'm guessing that's probably a car. The Ferrari 812 and a few retired planes. Well, they're hard. I do want to do the Viking village, and part of me wants the Viking village, or I mean the Viking ship. Is that part of a 3-in-1? I want to say it is, and I like two of the three builds. I like the ship and the like Viking. Now I don't even know what to call it. Like house. It would be like town hall type Viking. If it's the set I'm thinking of. So then I'd have to buy two of them, and they're like $100 a piece. But that doesn't stop me from wanting them. Doesn't stop me from wanting a lot. I want the bugs. The new bug one they came out with. It's like a praying mantis or grasshopper and a butterfly and some other thing. I want that one. It's not too bad. It's like $90. Right? I like the way they look. Kind of like museum like. You know, like a museum display of the bugs. Free time, the elusive thing we all want. Make sure one of my children isn't trying to message me. Nope. Okay. I would like that too. I think that would be fun because it's you know, it's different when you're building with somebody. And I think it would be interesting to see how you pace yourself to make sure you're both like one's not getting way ahead in the build. But I think as you're talking, you kind of develop like a natural rhythm. I've seen people like co-stream where they're building two different things, and then it's not as much of worrying about it. But I wonder how you would like. It would be interesting to develop that kind of rhythm so that you kind of stay on par with the person. I know you just want to co-stream. You just want somebody to stream with you. Maybe we can convince Steel to just do a Sunday pajama stream. The three of us can do a Sunday pajama stream. I mean, I'm fairly new still. I mean, I say fairly. I am still very new. So I've never streamed with anybody, so I don't know how that personally works. think we're almost done with this kind of outside the building stuff. And we're moving into pieces that will be the flooring inside. So we always have a bird feeder, backyard, front yard, just somewhere. And ours is currently in like back off to the side. And we kept noticing that it was empty. But I'm like, what is eating it? You know? Like what bird? I don't ever see a bird back there or hear a bird back there. Turns out my squirrel proof bird feeder is not so squirrel proof. So the bird feeder we have is supposed to be squirrel proof. When something lands on it that's too heavy, it pulls it down and covers up the holes that allow the bird feed to come out. We had crows at our last house that figured out if you jump on the top of it, it shakes the bird feed out and they could eat it. So one would stand on top and jump on it, and the others would be below it eating the bird feed as it came out the bottom. Crows are wicked smart, and it is my dream to have like a crow table in the back and to feed them and have a crow army. But so I was like, we do have crows in the neighborhood. I was like, maybe it's a crow. My husband came back from work the other day and he's like, I figured out what's eating the bird feed. Your squirrel proof bird feeder is no longer squirrel proof. He figured out that if he jumps up from the ground, because I guess I don't have it high enough off the ground, or there's something that's allowing him to jump, or he's just a super tall jumper squirrel, I don't know. But he's jumping up and grabbing onto the bottom bar and then pulling down and shaking the bird feed out. Much like the crows did. And I was like, well, I guess he deserves it. He figured out the key to getting it, so I guess he deserves it. But I was like, man, my squirrel proof bird feeder is no longer squirrel proof. Or at least it's not that squirrel proof. That squirrel in particular. Crows are crazy smart. They can remember your facial features and things like that, and all kinds. They are just wicked smart animals. My daughter read this kind of article-y thing that this woman wanted to feed the crows in her neighborhood. So she went online, figured out what's good to feed them. How do you stop other animals from eating the stuff you're leaving out for them? without hurting the other animals, obviously. And she figured it all out, set up a little spot. She would go out and feed them like peanuts. And this woman, I will hydrate in just 1 second, crazy, had some kind of beef with her neighbors. Her neighbors didn't like her or something. And were giving her trouble. And the crows noticed this. So the crows took matters into their own hands and started pecking the guy's windshield and breaking it. So he was like, you know, what the heck? My windshield broke. So they set up cameras to figure out who broke their windshield, figuring they'd probably come back and try again. The crows figured out the area that the video cameras could record and began picking up rocks outside of frame, flying up above frame, and dropping them on the windshield to break the guy's windshield again. Let that be a lesson to never mess with a lady who has crow friends. The one author I like, she has a crow table set up where she lives and she feeds the crows. I don't have another one of you. Oh. Togapia has appeared. Oh, I do have another. You were hiding. I was beginning to think I was missing a piece, but nope, it was just hiding. Everybody caught it. This time, it definitely wasn't rigged. No, and that is a horrible dad joke. That was a horrible dad joke. Maybe that's what you'll get for Christmas, a dad joke book. But then you would be insufferable. Well, you are most of the time, but you would be extra insufferable if I got you a dad joke. Right? I think they really were crows in that movie, though, or maybe they were just the little blackbirds. But crows are crazy. Like, they have scouts, like a hunting pack, and all kinds of stuff. They can remember you and they will follow. They are crazy smart birds. And I want a whole flock of them in my backyard. Thank you, Carrot. I'm horrible at self promotion. Like, I felt so bad the entire time I was trying to make affiliate, like mentioning it, like in other people's streams. They'd be like, "Who streams?" I'd be like, "I do." But please don't coerce your people into following me. I'm like horrible at self promotion. It's like if somebody else has, like, if I was in a stream more than once and the person would ask me about it, I would feel okay telling them. But like bringing it up myself, I just felt like so bad doing it. Bag 15. This will be our last bag for the day today. So I think my computer chair hates me. It keeps lowering slowly to the ground, and then I don't realize it until I'm like, why am I have to reach so much? My chair has fallen again. And I've thought about maybe playing games. I mean, the only game I've played for a long time has been WoW. And I don't really play it anymore since they nerfed a lot of stuff. So I haven't even played that in a while. But I was like, it would help, you know, it would be something else I could do on stream. But I don't know if I'll do it or not. I have Hogwarts on my wish list on Steam, and I've thought about doing that too. Because I mean, I build obviously a ton of Harry Potter Legos, even since just starting. I still have built a ton of Harry Potter. You hydrate. That was your complaint the other day, that you don't drink enough while you're at work. You hydrate. Okay, have you ever seen this video? I love this video. I found it like years ago, and it still comes up over and over and over again in our house. And even the kids chime in and do it. Hi, Richard. I don't have a giveaway. I'm sorry. I don't have anything to give away. But anyway, this this video is this little girl. I don't know, maybe 2 or 3, and she's in the back seat. I guess she could be a little bit older than that because she is attempting to buckle herself in. But she's sitting in her car seat trying to get her buckles on, just trying her hardest to get these buckles together. And I don't know if it's her dad, her uncle. Yeah, I can give away all the good vibes. I don't have anything physical to give away though. But she's like, she's just trying her hardest. I don't know if it's her dad, her uncle, older brother, who knows. But you can see him turn around a little bit, and he's like, "Do you need help?" And she goes, "No, you worry about yourself." And he's like, "Okay." And he's like, but don't you need help? We want to go. And she's like, "No, you worry about yourself. You drive." And that's how the worry about yourself. So the kids will, like, if you get onto the kids or they're getting onto each other, one of them will be like, "No, you worry about yourself," in the little baby voice. Yeah, all I have are good vibes to give away. I have nothing to physically give away. Maybe when I hit 100 followers, I'll do something, but I don't know. Oh, I'm looking for a white one when it's supposed to be clear. Looking for the clear bricks is like my least favorite part, because half the time you don't even know they're clear. Like this time, I didn't even know I was supposed to be looking for a clear block. Okay. That there. I don't know, maybe I could get stickers and find like Lego stickers on Amazon or something. In fact, I need to set a new follower goal now because I made it today. It was set to 75. I don't go like crazy. I'll probably just set it to 100 now. And I didn't even think about it, but I saw a new follower in the chat, but I didn't look up to see if the new follower little bubble things I made worked. I was so like, Yeah, I was so like excited. I was like, "Oh my god, all these people are rating in." I didn't even like pay attention to if they worked or not. I was so excited at all the rating that was happening. I didn't even pay attention. Find tiny coin. Oh, are you it? It is. Okay. To fix your new follower box. That print is so tiny. Okay. Give me 1 second and we'll see if we can make it a quick fix. Um, let's see. What am I doing? Oh, alert box. Okay, that was not what I wanted to happen. Oh, I see what you mean down there on the bottom. Okay, I know we changed uh the font to make it smaller. Let's do something crazy. Oh, no, that's not what I meant to do. And not you either. I'm just moving you all around. Okay, let's see. I know I like messed with the font trying to get it in there and make sure that it would fit. But now I gotta find the font. There we are. That's a little better. Oh, a Weedle escaped. Put it back to like. Yeah, I realized I was moving the wrong piece. Whoop, now we went crazy. Okay, it just wants to move between 18 and 24. Like there's no nice in between. It's just either 18 or 24. But that is better, isn't it? At least to me it looks better. So, let me while I'm thinking about it. Done. Sorry, if I don't do it right away, I'll forget about it when if the others get something too. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that is better for everybody. Okay. Yeah, I realized about the time the box itself was changing that I was clicking on the wrong thing. A goldfish emote? That's cute. Is it gonna be a static emote or what's the word I'm looking for? An animated emote. The words will come to me eventually. To go with your goldfish brain, you know, my daughter has a friend who swears up and down that he has a goldfish brain. Like he can only remember something for like 2 seconds and then he forgets. So they tease him. That's like his thing. He has a goldfish brain. I had never really even thought about it until she came home one day and was like, we call him goldfish brain. Crazy can't remember anything. He forgets. Like sometimes he'll tell me something and then 5 minutes later he'll forget he told me. But he had a TBI, so at least he has an excuse. But I think some people are just forgetful. Like that's their and they say like if you've got ADHD or something like that, that you know it's one of those things where you either have remember everything or you remember nothing. Like there's not really a middle ground. It could so there's that too. I unfortunately remember literally everything. I say that, but there are is things my brain if my brain deems it unimportant, then I won't remember it. Like dumps knowledge. Okay, move this out of the way. Let me move it back now and try to. I'm guessing this is going to be like the front of the bank will be here. Oop. I don't want you stickers. You gotta get a goldfish with like a little think bubble. Get my mouse out. Click back in the message box. Should find a goldfish with a think bubble. Now I'm gonna look for it. I'm assuming this is another clear piece I'm looking for. Oh, let's me to rotate. This one like that. Nah, this one. Like that. While I'm out adulting tomorrow, I'm gonna look for some other bins, like other sized bins that'll help with the different size bags to sort. Ooh, I bet these are gonna be like the teller stations. That's the word I'm looking for. So hopefully my son will be off his crutches after tomorrow. He seems to be doing a lot better. However, the doctor never got back to us about doing a referral for the MRI, but it's way less swollen and he's almost able to put full weight back on it. So I think he'll be off them after this weekend. Taking a 500-page document for a large organization and swinging it to... Oh, that's horrible. That's like taking a 300-page book and making it an hour and a half movie. Like, it can be done, but it's painful and you're missing a lot of things. Although, yeah, so hopefully, because it's since they wrapped it, the swelling went down a lot once they wrapped it, so that it had like pressure to combat the swelling. But yes, hopefully. So I think he just hyperextended it really bad. Right? But I guess in theory, some of the things in the paper that the big company needs, the small company wouldn't need, or organization, you know? So, but yeah, that is definitely doesn't sound like a fun task. I guess that would be the easiest way. Like, start reading through it and get rid of things that you know the smaller organization wouldn't need, or modifying it like piece by piece. Just select all the ones that begin with those letters. You don't need any. I don't know. There's probably a lot of thes, and you're gonna need those, and they start with a T. Okay. There's our entryway into the bank, our steps. Oop, that stuck to my finger. Uh, Ninkada, if I pronounced that right. Right, like some of the things may not apply because the county doesn't have that resource that the state has. So you could like eliminate those things, but it's probably going to require that you read it several times over. There, there. I know, that's just ridiculous. Shouldn't they have the exact same budget and all the same resources? I caught it. I caught it. I was gonna say, go ahead, put rigged. Oh, this is like a pile of gold bars typey deal. In the vault. Yeah, I'm sure many a mayor and whatnot would love to say that they have the exact same budget and resources as the state, even when they don't. They may want to say it or act like they do it. A better prison than a bank. Oh, I would so love a Azkaban set. A Prisoner of Azkaban Lego set. Look what you put in my head, Carrot. Of course they do. At least the mayor probably thinks he does. It's just a phone call away, right? Like all I gotta do is put in a phone call and those resources will be given to them. But you're right, Gringott probably would have been a better prison than a bank. Those goblins weren't gonna let anybody get away with anything. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure though. Like especially all these like the small town mayors and stuff. Like, I need it. Like especially with the way you tell me some of them like have the plans written up, like they must think they have all the resources in the world with the way these plans are written up. We have our first chocolate frog of the set. I'll do the chocolate frog first so you can kind of see it. It's a chocolate frog, and here's his little box. Trying to make sure I got the box right side up, though. I bought one time at a candy store, but then I opened it and ate it. Oh, it has a little tidbit. It says, "Looks like you found a chocolate frog. We hear they've only got one good jump in them to begin with." If I find another one, I'll buy a couple. Didn't you take lunch with you this morning? Oh, there it is. Oh, it says ads in 30 seconds. I mean, I ate lunch, but it's. Well, I can't help him. He is at work. I cannot help him with food. Okay. That finishes us up for today. So this is where we're at with the bank part. This is what we've built so far. Ooh, I think you guys are about to go to ad. So I will wait while you guys are in ad. And I will make sure to follow everybody back who followed me. I try to always follow you back, even if you don't stream. I just always give a follow back because I feel like that's the least I can do. You took time out of your day to come and sit and watch and build with me and chat. The least I can do is follow you back. Okay. I was waiting to see if it would tell me more about the ads, but then it stopped. It didn't say like in ad or whatever. So, but like I said, I will make sure to give everybody a follow back who followed me today. And thank you for everybody who rated in and stayed, even if it was just for 2 minutes. I appreciate that. And I thank you so much for all the new follows. This is what we got done of the bank so far. This is like the outside and sidewalk, and then this will probably be like all the inside. But there may be more too. It's hard to tell at this point. But we have for our first in the bank stuff, we have Ron, Harry, and I was gonna say Hedwig. Now my brain farted. Hagrid. This is how today's gonna go, I guess. Harry doesn't have a wand. He looks like his first year self, Harry. I tell you, that's how all of today has been going. And then Hagrid, of course, with his umbrella, and we'll just set them outside the bank. And then we got the dragon done today, and his wings open up and then fold away when he's not flying. You can fold them up. So when he's sitting on top of the bank, you can have it like setting and folded up. It's got his little broken chains on the back. And it currently has Ron, Hermione, and Harry holding on to the dragon as he's flying away. And then, of course, here's the vaults part that we finished last time. It's hard to keep that little thing up there. The little cart, it just wants to like roll away. And of course, we have a goblin, and then we have a second goblin that I just chunked, who is holding the sword of Gryffindor. I just kind of like put them anywhere right now. Later, they'll probably be up inside the bank, but they were built, or they came in bags that were before we started. And I can push the little car if you want to see how it goes down. And you can either slide it off like that and then reattach it, or you can just push it up and around, which is usually what I do. I just shoot backwards. And of course, we have Harry's vault that just has coins in it for his family's fortune, you know, that what his family left him. And then we have the vault that holds the Sorcerer's Stone. And then we have Bellatrix's family. Oh, didn't turn it far enough. Bellatrix's family vault. And when you open hers, there's all those little cups in there. And you put the cups in the side here, and when you press on the back panel, all the cups like fall, like you can't see them when you put them all in the side here, but when you press on that back wall, they all like come out of a hidden part. So that was pretty. I liked that little kind of motion. And if you have seen or have the Privet Drive set, it's the same thing. You can make all the letters from Hogwarts. They have the little part where you stick them in this little hidey hole, and then they will come through the chimney like they do in the movie, which I like. I like all those kind of like little hidden features. But this is where we're at so far, and that's all we're gonna do for the rest of today. And I will be back on Sunday with some more. Normally I would have streamed tomorrow, but I have to adult tomorrow and go grocery shopping and all those lovely things. So I streamed today instead. Plus, they're coming tomorrow to install better internet for us. So that's happening tomorrow morning too. Let's see who else is on, who we can raid into. Come on, phone. Or if anybody knows anybody who's on that you can recommend to stream into, I'm open to that as well. Let's look at the beginning of this book. Next time, we'll work some more on the bank. Okay. Let's see. This book ends with like some of this built up and like another little piece built. But there's a whole nother book after that as well. So, oh, Qui-Gon Jinn is building the Lego haunted house. Let's see if I can do this from the raid. Helps if I spell raid right. Bear with me while I suck at this. Let's do the capitals just in case. Let's see if I did this correctly. No, I did not. So I will just pick her a different way. I don't know what I did wrong, but that's the first time I've tried to do it from like the command. I did do this. I guess I didn't need to put the @ symbol, and I just thought I did. Let's see if I can do this. I did it! I started a new follower goal from the commands. Sorry, I get excited about the little things. That's raid into Jen, and thank you so much for all the new followers and everybody who raided into me. I will make sure to follow you back and make sure you have your notifications turned on so you'll know the next time I come on. But thank you for coming today and have a wonderful day.